Hello everyone. Today is my great honor to introduce the Chinese brush. So my name is Lin Hu Su. Linhuzu. And my last name Zhu. So Chinese name you usually put the last name first. Okay, so we'll introduce the brush. So the Chinese word is called a Mao Bi. So the pinyin pronunciation is like M A O Mao Mao Bi Mao Bi. So first of all, we will introduce what kind of the types of brush. So types of brush, what kind of type? So memory type brush, we have three type. One we call the first type is a wolf hair brush. So wolf hair usually it's like these are the wolf hair type brush. So it's one kind of wolf here. Here also wolf. So when you see the wolf, it's more color a little bit, dark and brown color. Let's see what else. So here's all type. These all type of wolf brush. And also a lot of times we use signature brush. We also use a wolf. So usually wolf is a little bit harder, and so when it's hard, it's easy to use. So first we call the wolf brush. And second type we call the mix here. Mixed here. So usually we put the wolf here mixed with the sheep here. So sheep here a little bit soft and the wolf here a little bit harder. So it's easy for you to have the feeding. So this type of brush is all wolf hair. So these are wolf hair brush, and also this type of mixed hair brush. And here we also have some selection for mixed hair. So basically mixed hair is not so hard, a little bit softer. Then we also have third type brush. Is a sheep hair. So here's some of the sheep hair. It's more soft. So the sheep hair is more white and soft. And we always have different sides of the wolf hair brush. So mainly, every time you pick the brush, mainly you pick from these three kind of style brush. So it's a wolf hair brush, mixed hair brush, sheep hair brush, and most students start with a wolf hair because it's kind of like a little bit harder. So at the beginning, when the brush is harder, it's easier to use. Okay, so next one we're talking about the size. So each brush have different size, and we use different brush to writing different size of the character. So we talk about the size of the brush. Size. So like this brush about, we mainly introduce like three type. This brush is a 7mm diameter. So this is 7mm diameter. So, precisely we can show you what it looks like. About 7mm diameter. 7mm. So for 7mm diameter, basically you can write about this square is about 70. It's 70mm. So basically this brush you're writing about 7mm diameter character. So basically we're writing da. Chinese word da means big. So writing the words da. So these are like an ideal size. So 7mm diameter writing, 70mm letter. So we usually not recommend like you're writing full cover. Okay, if the 70mm square, I don't want you writing like whole big, like that big, because you don't feel much space. So leave a little bit space, you know, it's about 70%, feel a little bit space, feels better. Okay, then we're writing one stroke style, 它的一笔字 we just use. So basically, that's the ideal size. So these are 70 millimeter. So next one we will use one size up. So every time you use the brush, you know, you wash the brush, suck in the water first, then use it. That's the best way to protect your brush. And then use the ink. Wait a little bit. Let the brush absorb the ink. If you feel the ink is too dry, not enough, then we drop some water in there. Drop some water. Feel the smooth of the ink. Okay, so this is different size. So this brush, it's about 12 millimeter. So this brush is 12 millimeter. It's about 12 millimeter diameter. So how big we can write? So we use this square. This square, maybe I just put it here, we can write a little bit more. So this square is about 140 millimeter. 140 millimeter. So basically, this brush you can write in about size is about, you know, you can write in, so this is about, here's about 7. So here's about 10. Here's about size about 12. So you can write in about 120. You know, 8 to 120. So that's the ideal size. So basically, when we're writing saying words down, so basically every time you're writing it, you know, you can look at it. So, you know, what you're writing, it's like a 120 millimeter. So, I'm sorry, it's about 12 millimeter. So basically, what's the size of your brush diameter is like what size the stroke you're writing. So that's like a, you know, some ideas. Okay, so we also use the one stroke writing. Okay, so one stroke writing. Okay, so next one we'll also introduce another size. It's a little bit smaller. This is a little bit small size. So basically this is about so this is about like you know 6 millimeter. So before use, we also use the same.